everyone, and welcome to today's video. My name is Kenzie. If you did not know that, now you know. And you guys, today we are trying out and testing the brand new Colourpop X Zoella palette. That is right, you guys. I did receive this in the mail a couple of days ago, so I do want to review it for you and do a quick eye look and tell you kind of what I think, my thoughts on the palette, what I think of this entire situation. So yeah, if you would like to see the look, the tutorial, and my first impressions basically, then keep on. I've been watching Zoe or Zoella for a very long time. I was watching her. She was probably one of the first people that I subscribed to on YouTube, and so I've been watching her for quite some time. I know she's been doing it for a very long time now, so I was pretty excited when I saw that they were doing a collaboration together. Now, let's just look at this packaging really quick, because 100% the packaging is the most adorable thing in this palette. Like, it's really cute. It says Brunch date on the front, and it has a little waffle here and some strawberry hearts and blueberries. Then it says Zoella X Colourpop and has all that good stuff. And then here is the actual palette, and it looks like this. It is this really light dusty pink color, and it says Brunch date. It's got some waffle hearts, some eggs, pancakes, and this is really such an adorable packaging for this palette. It's so cute. So A+ on the actual design of the palette. It's adorable. Now, opening this up and looking at the colors inside, so when this did get released, or when it got announced, I actually saw a lot of comments saying that it's so basic, that it's nothing special, that it's literally just a brown neutral palette, and I can actually see that. I do agree with that. It's, to some extent, it is quite brown, it is quite neutral, but I'll actually say, when I opened this up and looked at it for the first time, and I looked at it yesterday. I got it a couple days ago, but I wasn't at home, so I officially looked at it last night when I got home. But this right here, it really does look pretty. This pink shade right here looks really gorgeous. Don't mind this. I use this for wiping my makeup on. This one looks really pretty. This shade up here looks really nice, and this one, even this one looks really pretty. And then that blue is definitely a pop of color. It is a statement eyeshadow, and I do know that this is something that Zoe did state when she revealed this collection on her channel, that it's, you know, it's what she would normally wear. It's things that she leans towards and things that she wears on a daily basis. So I've never really seen Zoe in very dramatic makeup that she didn't get done for her for like a photo shoot or something like that. When it comes to her everyday style, I feel like this is true to her, that it does lean more on the more neutral brown side, maybe a little pop of color here and there, but definitely nothing too over dramatic. But I understand what people are saying, that it's a very basic palette, but I'm not angry at it. We're focusing only on the makeup for this, so let's just go ahead and get started. We'll do a couple of finger swatches. Ooh, that's pretty. So I've got, oh god, that's really pigmented. That's beautiful. So let's go ahead and do a couple finger swatches. That's actually gorgeous. That's gorgeous. That one's a little lacking. I would have liked that one to be like these two. That one's a little lacking. And then let's do this blue. That's really pretty. That's really pretty as well. It is a bit streaky. It's not as pigmented as I would like it to be, but I know blues and stuff like that are more difficult to make in the lab, so I just spat like everywhere. I'm sorry if you saw that, but I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in, and we will get on to the eye look. Alrighty, so I have already primed my eyes with the Bad Habit primer, but you can use whatever primer that you have, whichever one that you think works the best for you personally. And I am gonna do something kind of simple. I mean, there's not too much. I mean, you can make a lot of different looks with this palette, but it is going to be more of a neutral kind of thing. Now, I'm actually going to be trying out a couple of the brand new Jeffree Star X Morphe brushes today as well. I've got the two eye brushes right here. So I'm going to actually try these and see what I think of these two. This one I'm going to be going into is the JS5 brush. This is the more crease looking brush. And I'm actually going to go ahead and dip into, let's do a maple syrup right down here, this super duper light brown shade. I literally have no idea what I'm doing because I never know. It's kind of, you're just winging it at this point. Now, from my knowledge, these ones right here that are white are natural hair bristles, and I don't think I've ever used a natural hair bristle when it comes to eyeshadow brushes. So this is going to be very new for me, but let's go ahead and just put this right in the crease area. And I do kind of have high hopes for this palette because I do know Colourpop's formula is just really, really good. So I'm kind of hoping they did stick to that kind of formula. This is going on okay, but it is a bit patchy up here, if you can see that right here. Let me actually switch to a different brush just to make sure. I don't think I've ever used a natural brush before, like a natural bristle, so again, it very well could be me not applying it correctly. I'm gonna go to a Morphe M505, and I don't believe this is a natural hair bristle at all. I'm gonna go back into this shade and then just go back over it and see if it blends better. I'm not really seeing too much of a difference between the two brushes, but I do like this brush. I love the size of it and the way that it's shaped. I do like that. This did lay down. I got it the way that I wanted it to be. It did take a little finessing that I could have gotten, like if I would have used maybe like what's a good Colourpop palette that I could compare it to? Maybe like the Kathleen Lights, the Dream Street palette, or the Zodiac, or even the I Love Sarahi and Colourpop palette. That one's really good. And I don't think that I usually get this kind of breakage. You can even still see it a little right there. Do you see that? I don't think I normally get this kind of breakage on those two palettes, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to go back and just double check and see if I have to like fiddle with that one. But I did get this laid down. So next I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It is called Mimosa, and we're gonna go ahead and deepen up the crease with this shade. I'm gonna go into a Morphe M573 brush, and then I'm gonna take that and we're gonna just put that directly into the crease, but just a little bit lower than where we put that maple syrup shade. I'm really just doing this just to give the eye look a little bit more depth. That shade's looking pretty. I can see it. It is a tiny bit darker than the first shade we laid down. It is pretty, but then again, you can still see these like creases in here. That very well could be my eyelid. I mean, I have like super weird eyelids and they're very dry, so that could be what's going on as well. So I got that put down where I want it, and now I'm actually going to go ahead and deepen up the outer crease, or the outer part of the eye, and we're going to go into this shade French Toast right here, and then I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star JS6 brush. For that, it does seem to be more of like a packing brush. It kind of reminds me of a Morphe M433, if you can see this right here. Kind of reminds me, they are a little bit similar. This one seems to be just a tiny bit bigger. And we're going to go into that. We're going to go into the shade French Toast. Ooh, that got a lot on the brush. That's really pretty. Tap off the excess a little, then we're going to go right in here on the outer part of the eye, and then just blend it up into the crease just a little bit. This shade goes on really nicely. I do like this shade. I like packing shades because I feel like packing them into the eye instead of doing like a sweeping motion really does help with the pigmentation. So this shade right here is going on really nicely so far. Yeah, I do like that. That's really pretty. And now I'm actually gonna go into alright. So what I think a lot of people are going to end up doing is they're going to be using this Brunch Club shade right here on their lower lash line. I kind of think that's what this blue shade is meant to be, like a lower lash line pop of color thing. So I don't want to do that exactly. I kind of want to switch it up a little. So I am going to go into this pink right here. It is called Sunday Funday. And then I'm going to take it on my finger first and then just pat her on the lid. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really, really pretty. I'm actually gonna take a really flat brush. Where is it? I can never find this one. Here she is. I'm gonna take my really flat brush and I'm gonna give her a quick little spray of MAC Fix Plus. Bam. And then let's go back into the Sunday Funday. Sunday Funday. That's my southern coming out for you. And then we're gonna go, that really picked up great on the brush. I really do think this shade does need a brush to apply really vibrantly. See, that is very, very pretty. The shade is really pretty. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go back into the French Toast shade and put it right back on here just to give it a bit more of a pop, and then kind of just blend it into that pink that we laid down. And like, I don't know what it is. I feel like this is looking like very muddy. Like this up here does not look like blended really well. I'm trying to like keep blending it, but it's not wanting to like stay or like go where I want. And I'm gonna continue on here, and I'm gonna go in with a liner brush right here, like for your bottom lash line, and I'm gonna pick up the French Toast shade again, and then we're just gonna go in on the bottom lash line. So it kind of looks like a berry tone, because this is quite like a berry color. It is a little purple. So, I mean, that's what we're going to do on the eye. I have mixed feelings about this. This is literally no shade to Joey. This is no shade to Zoe whatsoever. I'm just not having the best time with this. So next I'm actually going to go ahead and just do my mascara, liner, lashes, and I'm going to be using my NARS Climax mascara today. Not new, but it's really good. And I'm also going to be using the Lily lashes in the style Tokyo, because they're really nice and wispy. And then yeah, and then of course I'm going to be using my Tarte Double Take liner right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all of that, and then I'll come right back to you guys for lipstick. And I'm back, you guys. I did already do my other eye off camera. I did my lipstick, liner, lashes, all that good stuff. For lipstick today, I used a classic. I used a Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Gemini. I love this shade. This was the very first liquid lip that I ever purchased from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I'm still obsessed with it. I think this is like my second or third bottle of it. I love it a lot. Now, I actually have something I need to say on this palette. So off camera, when I told you that I was going to be doing my other eye and then I'll come back to you for lipstick, I did do that. But normally when I do this, like when I film these videos, I'll film like the portion on the left eye, and then for when I'm doing it off camera, I'll actually film an Instagram video using it as well. So that's why my other eye is done here, as you can see, because I did film an Instagram video doing my other eye. Now I want to actually take a few things that I said back. I want to actually, this right eye looks absolutely beautiful. I think that it blended really nicely on this eye, the shadows. Now, I honestly don't know what happened with my left eye. I think it looks pretty with like the pink and stuff on it, but I think there is a little bit of harshness up here. If you can see that, there's a little bit of harshness like right in here where I put that darker shade, and it doesn't seem blended out as nicely. I don't mean to like say this all the time, but I actually think it may be because my eye is so dry. Like the lid on my eyes, the left eye has always been a lot worse when it comes to the dryness on my lids, and I do keep them very heavily moisturized. It's just so hard because they always are dry. They're like perpetually dry, and I think that's honestly one of the biggest reasons that made this mess up in the right eye. Is always dry as well, but it's not nearly as bad as the left eye, like the skin like on the lids obviously, but this right eye looks beautiful, and I loved it. I love it on this side. I do like it on this side as well, but I think this one is far better. So I actually do want to take a couple things that I said back. I used the exact same shades. I did the exact same eye look on this side. Hi, Roxy. It's my dog. But they blended so much better on this side, and it worked a lot better. So I'm gonna try this again like in my own time and let you guys know on Instagram or something what I really think about it. But yeah, I mean, you guys, this palette I believe was like $18, so if you're looking for something like this, then I would highly recommend at least giving it a shot and picking it up. I do know Colourpop shadows are really great, and I'm just kind of bummed that this eye right here, it still looks good. I still think it looks pretty, but it's just not as clean. It's not as nice as this side. But that's my own fault. But you guys, I like it. I really do. I honestly I like it. I know that it is more of a basic neutral palette, but if that's something that you're looking for, if you don't have a basic neutral palette, or if you're looking to maybe add to your collection, then I think this one would be a really good add. But yeah, you guys, that is going to be the video from me today. I really hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, then go ahead and click up that like button for me, and then subscribe if you want to. If you want to see other videos that I post, and when I post them, click the little bell down at the bottom there. Again, my name is Kenzie. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!